Rolling sound?
Yes, sir. Rolling good.
Okay.
Speed.
Ready? Okay, great. Well, why don't you start off by telling me about the new record?
New record. No title yet, but I love it. Of course, I would say I like it. It's our biggest step ever. I don't know if it's necessarily forward, but it's maybe the biggest departure we've made yet on record. I guess because we had as long as we've had to prepare for it. We really took our time writing songs and getting it ready. So we'll see. I think it's great.
When you say it's a big step, maybe forward, maybe backward, how do you think it's different than others?
Well, I think it is a step forward. I just think the songs are more mature. I think they're more diverse. And not only did we have more time to write it, but we're spending more time recording it, and we're able to put strings on. A lot of outside instruments that we really haven't been able to afford or had the time to do in the past. And I think it's really working, thanks to Scott and the talented professionals that we enlisted.
What was it like working with so many different people on this record?
Pretty painless, actually. I was really worried about the strings. They tend to have kind of a snob appeal about anything that isn't, before 1900 or whatever. And but they were great. They actually seemed to like the stuff. And of course, they know what they're doing. All you have to do is throw them a chart, and they're going to play it right the first time. So that was no problem. Kid Jordan worked out fine. Of course, Peter Holzapfel, everyone knows how great a musician he is. He was there for the basic tracks, which helped us get a good groove in basic track. So we made the right choices, I think.
Great. Go tight. Do you think there's any one song that you've done so far that is a real standout for you?
I like Country Feedback. I don't know what that's going to end up being called. I like that title, actually. It's just, to me, it's the most emotional song on the record. And it was also the last song we wrote. We kind of wrote it in the studio as an afterthought, I think. But that, to me, is the most emotional moment on the record. Although I like a lot of the songs. I like Shiny People. I like Near Wild Heaven. But I think Country Feedback's my favorite.
I think there's been a real evolution in your sound since you started working with Scott. The early records, Mitch did two in a row, and he kind of played a part in an early sound.
Three, actually.
Okay, and then Scott's on his third, and that's kind of evolved. How do you feel like he's played a part in defining your sound?
Well, we've kept him, obviously, so, we work well together, and he seems to be growing right along with us. He's a young, up-and-coming producer, and he knows a little more each time we go in to do a record because he's working a lot. And so we're all at about the same spot in our career, so I think we're really just well matched. We get along great, and he hears the sounds we want to get. We don't have to sit there and describe to him, what we want. We can just say 2 or 3 words. He knows what we're talking about. He's sharp. He can get those sounds. We've worked together enough that he knows our language pretty much, and it's been really great. I see no reason to not keep working with him. I hope he's available for the next one.
Great. Let's go medium, and you might want to wipe your brow. You're getting a little sweaty. I don't know. This is kind of a tough one to phrase because I don't want to use the wrong words, but there's definitely like a lot of older musical influences that can be heard on the new record.
You mean like dit? Do
you think there was a conscious effort to go for different styles in different songs?
Well, we've always had the retro thing kind of thrown at us. I don't really see that. I don't think we really try to conceptualize what a record's going to be. We write the songs, and then we take them, for face value, one song at a time in the studio. And maybe it's because what we listened to growing up, or for whatever reason, I think the record takes shape spontaneously. I don't think we really set out to make a retro record or a modern record. I hate that word. What you hear is what you get. That's basically it.
God, I just thought of something, now I forget it. I know what I was going to say. It sounds to me like it was a really fun record. I think.
It was fun to write. It was very relaxed. It was I mean, there was virtually no deadline. So we would go in, and if we weren't just immediately, taking over an idea, if it didn't happen right away, we'd leave. We'd spend 45 minutes. It's like, well, it's not happening today. Let's go have a beer. We do that every day for 6, 7 months, and you tend to go, rather than going in, it's like, oh boy, here we go, 4 or 5 hour session, drudgery. It's like, well, let's go in there and have fun, write songs, and that kind of carried over onto the record making process because again, we had a lot more time for this record than any other. So relaxation is is a big key to fun. If you've got a deadline hanging over you, it's no fun.
Right.
And yeah, hopefully it sounds that way on a record too.
All right. The big question. Where do you feel like R.E.M. is at right now as a band?
Well, 1990, that's our 10th year. And I'll tell you what, I think we're on fire. If we can keep doing this, as long as it's fun and this seemingly, I mean, we work hard, but the songs, the records, they're coming easier and easier. It's pretty scary. So hopefully this is just the half point for us. Maybe we'll be here in 2000. I hope so.
Okay.
Great.
Thanks. That was great. Onto the floor, sang a song, and then we're